Hello, everyone. I'm sure that you listened to this good and useful statement from our colleagues, the ambassadors of the European Union, those who are in the Council, and the incoming representative of Albania. We understand that the discussion was constructive and useful in the informal consultation in the Security Council. There was consensus among the members in condemning any settlement activities and calling on Israel to stop any settlement activities. That is positive. We welcome that, but it is not sufficient. We need to see more. We need to see implementation of Resolution 2334 of the Security Council. Also, there was discussion with regard to the labeling of the 6 Palestinian civil society organizations. It was a good thing that the Security Council was not buying the story of the occupying authority and creating fear among them for labeling these 6 organizations as terrorist organizations. They are not buying the evidence of Israel, which we welcome that, and we welcome the defense of civil society organizations among the Palestinian people and to protect them in order to carry their mission inside the Palestinian society. This is a step, perhaps a modest step by the Security Council. Nevertheless, it is a clear step, a strong step that requires to be followed by other steps on the practical front, on the implementation of the will of the Security Council reflected in many resolutions, particularly Resolution 2334. And we will continue to engage the Security Council to shoulder its responsibility. We will continue to engage the General Assembly and its major committees. It happened that tomorrow in the 4th committee, they will be voting on 5 resolutions, including 1 on settlements. So the activities today in the Security Council to be combined with the voting tomorrow in the 4th committee on settlements would be a great illustration of the unity of the international community in condemning settlement activities and demanding from Israel to stop this illegal activity, this illegal policy and practice by the Israeli occupying authority. Sorry for keeping you that late, those brave ones of you who stayed with us to listen to this position articulated by many members of the Council, including our colleagues from the European Union, and of course, to share with you the thought of the State of Palestine. I thank you very much.
Ambassador, can I ask you something? You talked about, Ibtisam Azim from Al Arab Al Jadid newspaper, you talked about actions that you want to see European countries and other Western countries taking. Could you specify, please, and do you have anything to say about the issue of the American embassy in Jerusalem, in occupied East Jerusalem? Thank you.
Action, we do not ask for more than what is contained in the resolutions, including 2334. It contains many important steps on top of the list, demanding from Israel to stop the illegal settlement activities immediately, and also other things, among other things, the differentiation by all countries, by all companies, by agencies in dealing with Israeli proper versus the occupied Palestinian territory on the border of 1967, including East Jerusalem. I'm just giving examples. We need these resolutions, including this particular one, which concentrates to a great extent on settlements to be implemented. With regard to the reopening of the American consulate in East Jerusalem, this is a promise that President Biden made during the election. This is a promise that was reiterated after he took office, and it was articulated in more than one time in the Security Council debate, open debate on the 26th of January, on the 26th of March, just only to mention two times in which these positions were reiterated. We know that the US administration implemented some of the promises, particularly with regard to UNRWA and funding it and supporting it and other humanitarian things. But on the political front, we would love to see the activization of the quartet. We would love to see, as we celebrate the 30th anniversary of the convening of the Madrid conference, to see beginning steps of a similar nature under the auspices of the Security Council and the quartet, because it has been established through a mandate from the Security Council to begin the process of convening an international conference to lead to the end of the occupation, to the actualization of the two-state solution on the ground on the basis of 1967 borders, and for East Jerusalem to be our capital. So opening the consulate, the American consulate in East Jerusalem was another promise made, and we would love really to see that happening immediately. The longer you delay it, the more difficult it will be, and maybe the bigger the political price will be paid. And we shared these thoughts with our American colleagues, and now we're saying it openly, and we hope that it will happen very soon, and we will see this consulate, which was established in 1844 during the Ottoman time, to be reopened in East Jerusalem. Thank you very much, and good night.